Hey everyone, me Kevin here. This video is brought to you by StreamYard because when I live stream, I StreamYard. Go to metkevin.com/StreamYard to learn more. Okay, folks, we just got the unemployment data. We were expecting 318,000 jobs. We came in at 390,000 jobs. So that's a beat. It's down from the prior of 428. Unemployment rate did tick up to 3.6% with the average hourly month-over-month earnings. This is a big one, okay? Month-over-month earnings, when those tick up too much, we start worrying about a wage price spiral, right? Well, we came in with an expectation of 0.4%, which would be 4.8% annualized. Anything under 5% is ideal right now. We ended up getting 0.3. That's 3.6% annualized. Really, really good. This is what we want to see. We want to see that wage growth start slowing down a little bit so the Fed can go, oh, okay, good. No wage price spiral. No need to Paul Volcker the economy. Things are slowly chilling out a little bit. Wages still up 5.2% year over year. And we've got the labor force participation rate ticking up a 0.1%, which is good. 7.4% of people teleworked still. That's down from 7.7% in the prior month and down from like 30% during the pandemic, which is kind of crazy. Still 1.8 million people reporting that they're unable to work because their employer closed or lost a business due to the pandemic. It's also interesting that they're still reporting that. Going to a little bit of the survey in terms of where these jobs actually came from, and then I want to touch on the ADP report from yesterday as well. We have employment increased 36,000 in government education, construction jobs up 36,000. We have an increase in transportation warehousing of 47,000, professional and business services up 75,000, leisure hospitality up 84,000, non-farm payroll in total 390 increase. So still seeing that hiring, healthcare up 20,000, mining up 18,000, not talking about crypto mining. Speaking of which, New York is now thinking about pausing any crypto mining for 2 years for new permits for companies using non-renewable energy, so any kind of coal-fired, Bitcoin usage. Sorry, 2 years, no new mining. Not that I think a lot of companies are starting a lot of new mining companies right now anyway, with BTC dropping. As soon as the Tesla news came out this morning on hiring and a hiring freeze, we saw BTC drop right under 29K. Anyway, employment in retail trade declined by 61,000 in May, but is still 159,000 above its February level. Kind of interesting. Job losses over the month. Job losses occurred in general merchandise stores, minus 33,000 within that. Clothing and clothing accessories down 9,000. Building materials and garden supply stores down 7,000. So that's kind of where you're starting to see those cracks. Apparel, home improvement. That's not that much of a surprise. Although Lulu's still killing it, I think the pain is still ahead for them. They just had an excellent earnings report. Okay, so ADP report from yesterday. I want to touch on the ADP report. This gives us a little bit of an idea of where we're getting hit hardest in some of the jobs losses. We have small businesses in the ADP report losing 91,000 jobs. Mid-sized, this is usually 20 to 50 plus, growing 97,000 jobs, and large companies growing 122,000 jobs. That's the ADP estimate of the unemployment report. But it's very interesting that it's small businesses, what we're getting highlighted here, that small businesses are having the largest amount of cuts. And it's not uncommon for small businesses to start seeing recessionary environments much sooner. Back in around December, we started seeing the market kind of tick down, December 6th and on. By December 20th or so, I started thinking to myself, oh man, it's probably time to really start thinking about saving cash as a business owner. And I think the small businesses are sometimes your early sort of warning signs of, cuts to come, right? And now, of course, we're seeing Coinbase freeze hiring, refunding people for some of the hiring that they've done. Like, hey, sorry, we gave you a job offer. We're taking that back. Tesla planning to cut 10% of its workforce. You've got some definite cracks in the economy, but I'll tell you, one of them is not the average hourly earnings rate going to the moon, thank goodness, because if that were happening, you'd have to dump everything because we'd be getting Paul Volckered. In fact, remember, we talked about this a lot, of course, in not only the programs on Building Your Wealth link down below, but of course here on the channel. Back in January, we were concerned about a wage price spiral. We had wages going up to the tune of almost 9%. That was greater than the inflation rate. That was a really big danger. That ended up getting revised down to like 6.5% a month later. and February, March, and all the subsequent data showed those declining wages, or rather that declining wage growth on a month-over-month basis, which is very, very important. We do not want a wage price spiral. Even Jerome Powell has bluntly told us a wage price spiral would be absolutely unacceptable. Like if there's one thing where they just hard stop, it's wage price spiral. So bad. In case you don't know what that basically is wages go up at a rate that's higher than the level of inflation, then you actually self-fulfill more inflation and you potentially destroy an entire currency. Very, very bad. I think Turkey just reported their annualized inflation rate is like over 74%. That is the kind of currency that ends up dying, and it could lead to a fundamental change at an entire government as well. Although we probably need some fundamental change in our government too. Anyway, make sure to check out our sponsor today, metkevin.com/StreamYard, to learn more about professional broadcasting. Thank you so much, StreamYard. Phenomenal platform. Love highlighting the comments up on screen when we're live. Appreciate you coming in. Thanks so much for being here, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.